Well, good morning. It's Friday and the storm is on its way. Now, see this? That's what was causing all the clattering and banging about. It was attached to my chimney, which is just over there, that way, and it was on one of those little metal chain things that you get. It's the label saying who made it and batch number and whatever. So that's what was causing the clattering and banging. And of course it wasn't facing me, and it was in the bushes a bit. So anyway, we found it, so we stopped that, and the next door neighbour's wind chimes are going. Or is it the wife's bells? So the wife's got some bells over there. It might be them. But they don't normally move. Well, they're moving now. But anyway, the wind is coming, and I don't like the word follower. And I don't really like the word subscriber when I'm talking about the people who follow or subscribe me. I would much rather use the term friend. So one of my friends who lives on the south coast has told me that the wind is picking up where they are, and they've never experienced such strong winds. And well, we'll see. It's supposed to be coming here pretty soon. I thought it was going to be here this morning about 7 o'clock, but we had torrential downpour. Now anyway, as the weather's getting so bad, I decided to put some extra food out for the birds, and I've got a camera running now, so that'll probably pick up me doing this vlog. But the minute I go in, the birds will come out again. It's normally the only one that's really brave enough to come and visit me while I'm talking is that robin. And after watching the videos back, I didn't realise that we had 2 robins in the garden. Yeah, obviously it must have been a male and a female, because they are very territorial birds, the robins. And also picked up the blue tit as well. It's such lovely birds, the blue tit. One of the rarest birds I've seen in our garden was we had a pair of goldfinches, and the hanging baskets that Sarah likes over there, they're hers. Now they will come and pull out the little strands of fibre that were in the hanging baskets and go off and build a nest somewhere. So that was nice to see. That was last summer. Yeah, I want to give a big shout out to all those that have bought me a coffee. It's very much appreciated, and it's come at the right moment. You know, money's getting even tighter now, but yeah, I don't really like talking about it. Can't really face it. After my cycle crash, I've suffered a lot from anxiety. You know, I never really suffered from anxiety or stress until the time of that crash, when I was first unable to work. But anyway, you don't want to hear about that. Yeah, so yeah, I've been suffering a bit with anxiety. Yeah, but we'll see. We'll see how many birds come out today. Hopefully they'll come and feed before the wind comes. We have had the starlings. We get 2 starlings in the garden. You know, when I was a kid, growing up in Porchester, you would look out the back window and you would see a million starlings, all in a flock, all flying about, changing directions rapidly, and it just looked quite magical in the sky. But come 45 years later, there are hardly any starlings about, and like they say, they've been in decline for the last 30 years at least. So I don't know what's happening with the poor starlings. Anyway, but they are, when you look at the starling from a distance, they are quite drab bird. But when you get close up, you can see how colourful they are. But it's just at a distance, you can't tell. It's a bit like an oil painting, really. Because when you look at an oil painting at a distance, it looks quite nice, but when you look get close up to an oil painting, you can hardly make out the picture at all if you're really that close, because of all the brush strokes. It's just amazing how the eye can pick up things from a distance and make them appear differently, as it were. Anyway, my mind is wandering. But yes, going back to my friends who've donated to my cause, thank you very much. It's very much appreciated, and I can't thank you enough. It's been a real boost to know that there are similar people to me out there. I've had people from Australia. Thank you very much. You know who we are. I won't embarrass you. And I've had people in Canada. I have one friend in New Zealand, and I also have friends in America. I have at least 3 or 4 followers in America. So that, you know, I am reaching out, or they're reaching towards me all around the world, which makes me really pleased. You know, I didn't want to do, when I started this channel, I didn't want to do purely just one thing. You know, yes, I do motorbike. Yes, I do bicycles. And if I'd still had my fish tank, I would have done fish keeping stuff, but that's gone now for a good few years now. And of course, I used to do helicopter flying, so I would have done that if we'd had the GoPros and the YouTube back then, but we didn't, so it was a bit difficult to put out social media stuff. And of course there was the Twitter and YouTube, which they were just doing my head in, so I gave up Twitter and YouTube at least 3 or 4 years ago. I haven't really gone back to them. No need to, really. It's just a toxic environment. At least here on YouTube, it's my channel, and I have followers who I want to have followers. So yeah, that's one good thing. And of course, all my followers are really decent people, as you all know you are. Anyway, yeah, so it's getting cold, it's getting windy. It's not so windy here yet. The rain's about to set in, so if the rain does set in, I'm going to go and grab that camera quick before it gets soaked. As it also has the media mod on it, and so it won't be 100% waterproof. It might be splash proof and the odd drip, but I wouldn't like to see it undergoing a soaking. But the sky above is clear at the moment, so I've probably got a good 15 minutes. So I'm going to nip inside and let the birds come and feed while they can. Okay, see you later. Bye.